What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Late Night Channel Eeps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 34. And tonight, I will talk to you about, again, as I mentioned, the Ottawa Art Gallery's annual general meeting, AGM, which is going to happen on June 20th. There is a lot of activations happening this week, so I thought that I would share you the information because I myself haven't had the chance to look at it either because I was so busy with Eatverse. So why don't we look at together? Here we go. Ready? All right. So you go to the website and then you'll see that the Ottawa Art Gallery launches summer programming with bold installation and stunning portraits. And there's two thumbnails. Of course, mine is on the right. So it looks like there are two things happening. Through the Ground Glass reframing with Williams James Topley. Oh, and Rebecca's creating it. I know Rebecca. She's really cool. And sorry, I just kind of paused there because I was reading information. Presents the work of historical auto photographer Williams James Topley. Wow. In dialogue with works by contemporary artists Louis Blondeau, Chunhua, Catherine Dong, Anique Jordan, Nico Paluzzi, Adrian Stimson, and Genevieve Thauvet. These artists engage with image manipulation, costumes, and theatrically to subvert narratives and reclaim power through portraiture. Interesting. And then there's the second event is the Ottawa Arts Corridor, and this is the one that I'm involved in the aim to transform downtown Ottawa into a dynamic art and cultural destination, enhancing the area's visual and cultural landscape. This initiative will lead to increased visitation and economic activity, benefiting local businesses and fostering sustainable economic development. So, to launch this initiative, I was selected to create my mural, Chaos Bloom Tidal Wave. And it says, digital artist EEPMON, who has transformed a nearby parking garage with his vibrant artwork, Chaos Bloom Tidal Wave, in collaboration with OAG, Ottawa Art Gallery, and Massive Art. Massive Art is a art/design creative agency based out in Montreal. So yeah, I am a proof of concept, folks. A bit of a guinea pig. A very good one though. EEPMON's bold large-scale mural is a proof of concept to inspire new thinking as the role public art can play in downtown revitalization and how culture, government, and businesses can work together to make this happen. So, Alexandra Bazak, director and CEO of the Ottawa Art Gallery, clearly spearheaded this. And I would like to think that my creation has indeed sparked conversations, positive conversations, positive impact too, towards the community, and just overall great feedback. A lot of people are like, "Oh my goodness, finally that brick wall can now be activated and something beautiful can be there for the public to engage with." So I'm going to give you a bit of a show and tell of the behind the scenes of the files and all that. Before I do, I just want to read this for my information. Look at this. Click here, all the details for OG's programming. There's moi. So my mural is up for 2 years until 2026. That's close to the other happening in the future. Anyway, yeah, and then look, we have Tidal Wave Dropbox. Let's see, where does this go? Oh, look at this. There's media files. These are great. Oh, there it is. That's cool. What's this? Bile. Oh, okay. Here we go. You got to give it up to the OAG. They really know how to document and um, what's the word? Respect artists. Like they're just so not only are they respectful. Okay, they're very respectful to the artists, and to the point to these details. Okay, so like they're fantastic. You have to what's the word? You have to embellish and support organizations such as the Ottawa Art Gallery. Like I'm they're great people, great people. All right, so I don't want to digress too much here. We're 6 minutes in already, but I thought I'd show you about this. It's happening right now, and if you go to the Art Gallery right now, you'll see my mural. But I also would like to share you the files or get a little bit behind the scenes. So does it work here? Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so let's go to a little show and tell because, yeah. For those who don't know, prior to the installation, this was the wall. This was this massive brick wall that's been there forever. Well, as long as the Suites Hotel has been around. And I, again, have to hand it to the OAG because they pulled it off. They were able to, for me, I was fortunate to just work on the artwork. And I'm sure that there were many stakeholders to get the green light to proceed for public arts such as this. Very ambitious. It is a very ambitious endeavor. So I applaud Alex Badsack and everyone, people of the Swedes, people of the city of Ottawa, people of Massive Art, and others that I might not know. Perhaps even the Le Suites parking lot people. That's like they have to give approval too. Like there are many. This is a real collaboration, right? This is not talking about collaboration, about like artists versus like artists with artists. It's more like our organizations and institutions to enable artwork at this magnitude, such as this, is quite a huge accomplishment. And I hope that my artwork does this wall justice and inspires the city to see its value and impact for communities. So here it is. Here it is here. It is quite large. I'll zoom in a bit here. I was told by the installers that they've never have seen such a high quality graphic output from these vinyls. But I tell you the secret, folks, it's not really a secret, but the reason why is because, as I said many times, I am a vector artist. I use vector as my weapon of choice. SVG, baby, all the way, all the way. Yeah, I got EEPMON. There we go. So yeah, as I said, SVG, scalable vector graphics. You can resize as big as you want, and you will not lose any quality whatsoever. But it is working in vector is a different beast than working directly in pixels. So the program I use for this is, of course, as you see, Adobe Illustrator. But there are many other vector applications out there that you can use as well. So in addition to this, as I mentioned, that there's another public art mural, but this time it's more on the planters and the pavement. So I want to give you a little sneak peek of that as well. I might have showed it to you a little bit before, but this is sort of like how we laid it out. As you can see here, this area here, like these blocks here, you see these like rectangles. They're individual planters, and we've able to measure them out precisely. So you can see here, that's like that's one box here. That's one box here. There's another box here, etc. Right? And they all map to the top here. So by eyeing this, we have to ensure that the graphics or the artwork would fit and connect. And then it goes out onto the pavement. I believe around 14. I believe it's like 14 inches out. I think, or a bit more. So this is literally, folks. This is going to be installed like literally like tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday. It has latest is Wednesday, because Thursday is the AGM. We want all of this up before the AGM. So this is the front, okay? And the OAG and Jackson Cafe, they've created a sort of like that garden terrace, so that what I've heard is that in the evening they're going to open up this area for like dining, which would be so cool. So now from the inside, this is what the inside looks like. And again, similar mapping. Okay. The planters like this. And then the steps here, you see the steps here are it's going to be painted. Can I just get the thing here? It's going to be painted here. Oh no, I could just do this. Can I do this? No, better not. It's going to be painted blue and black steps like black. So I hope they can do that. But I think they should be able to achieve this. And then here's the front. This is from the front, but from the others, looking from the Jackson direction. Again, this is sort of the mapping to scale. And let's see if it works. Let's see if it actually happens. But yeah, there you go. So they would provide. So my understanding is that they will provide these like decals in, I guess, these cutouts. I guess they're gonna just cut it out or have these. I don't know what it is, but they're. Where's my lasso? Do I have a lasso here? That's the lasso. Yeah. So, can you see this outline here? Yeah, here. So basically, they're gonna provide us this sort of like adhesive sticker or whatever, such as this, and then we would have to manually place it and eye it onto the decal. They wouldn't provide the full like rectangle decal. I think that would just be like a waste of material. So they would actually do these cutouts, just how I outlined them, just like this. Okay. Just like that. And they will be applied behind the black planters. So I hope that based on this prototype or this mock-up, that the colors will be as rich as what you see. I hope. This is the first time, folks. This is the first time. But they should know. Those printer dudes should know that. Oh, the joys of doing things the first time. We just don't know. How do I feel about it? Some people will ask you, like, are you nervous about these sort of things? Because it's like a physical manifestation of a graphic. So sometimes translating between something that's digital to real life is things could be what's the word, lost in translation, right? But I've done it enough times that I think that I like to think of my experience. I know there's so much I can put forward and a bit more just to prepare things, to make it organized and easier for the manufacturer to take my files and understand and read it and know that, okay, like, so I'll do the best I can, but it's up to a certain point, of course, because then the handoff is to the manufacturer and they have to read it and they need to provide me any questions, whether if there's any issues or and also show me like how they plan to print them out, Like I said, they're going to do a silhouette versus like a full like adhesive or tangle decal. So these are the type of conversations happen with these things. And to my best of my ability or my understanding is that, yeah, as long as they do that, and I'm just concerned about the color output, the color gamut. Will it be as rich as the mural? It has to be, because if this is not as saturated as the mural, then it's gonna look off. So knock on wood, I think that they've already know, or they've already seen what the mural looks like. They see the artwork digitally, and if the output is like somehow totally desaturated, well, then that is unacceptable. It has to adhere to the mock-ups that I provided them. And if they have any questions, or if they cannot produce it, then they should be communicating this to me. But since they have not, and looks like everything's a green light, I trust their decision, and they trust their process, and away we go. That's how it works, folks. That's how it works. We have to trust the process, and we do what we can to, in our best in our ability, to ensure that we provide, our artists provide, um, as much input as we can. That's why I always tell artists, we have, like, art is one thing, but we have to be effective communicators. I'm still working my communication. Like, I could improve so much more. But like at least half the battle, I say 80% of the battle is really communication. You wouldn't believe. I don't want to go on a rant again. Here comes EEPMON going on a rant. I have collaborated with in the past, like, artists who are just so incredibly awful in communicating. Really, really bad. Like, I don't even know, like, why. Like, I mean, like, if we're gonna be collaborating, if just the understanding of partnerships involved, and you don't communicate, then what is it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't waste my time, so I don't waste your time. So yeah. But yeah, it has happened several occasions, and I am not a fan of that. I have almost like a zero tolerance for this kind of bull. Like, this is like, no. And especially when you're doing something mission critical like this, you better be communicative. So maybe a advice for in the future, post 2026. I would assume that they would have another artist on board, or if they want to continue with me, that's great. But if they have another artist on board, I would advise artists to take the challenge, but also be very communicative, because an art mural is not a temporary thing. Okay, 2 years is to consider like permanent. It is almost considered a permanent thing. Okay, so like you have to, it's up there. It's for the public to see. You want to make sure you want to do a good job. If you want to do a good job, and you want to like make sure that they do a good job, you must be detail oriented. That's all I'm saying. That's my little rant about communication. Blah. Okay. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that. Fun, huh? So talking about timelines. What I just showed you, we're supposed to have this before, like, by Wednesday, like this Wednesday. Like, what? But here we are. So we got the green light. We got to get those things done. I hope we can. Like, I think it's all hands on deck. Like, I'm gonna try to. I think they're gonna start tomorrow. They have to start tomorrow. But I'm busy tomorrow. I have to babysit. I have to babysit my nieces and cousins just for just for a bit, just for the afternoon. Um, a bit of a last minute thing, but I said yes to it. And, of course I want to do it. So, but I think that if they're gonna start painting, I think they're gonna do it tomorrow morning. That's the thing. Yeah. Besides that, it just seems that this year has, or yes, last year and this year have been years of like EEPMON doing murals. Like, potentially I have 2 more projects that are mural related. And if they get the green light, it's supposed to be this summer as well. Jeez. Oh my goodness. So um July, August, like if this happens, like if even one of them is like crazy enough and one goes down, like then yeah, my July and August is like it's done. And of course, got to continue with Eat First, 100%, because Killjoy and I, we need to prepare for autumn winter drop. So that's suffice to say, I have to regroup with Killjoy this week to consolidate and strategize our next phase. But I know for sure we're going to be showcasing some of the Eepverse world at Beyond Blockchain, June 26th. We have agreed to join with Web3 Ottawa to participate in just exhibiting artwork and Eepverse and EatMonkey. And that's going to be at the Bayview Yards, Invest Ottawa area, Bayview Yards. June 26th. So we're gonna start to promote that as well. And really, we're not presenting. We're not part of the panel. We're just here to have fun and showcase our artwork and our Eepverse. So that's June 26th. Yeah, just a lot of things going on. Lots of things to prepare. Anywho, oh my goodness, I'm already 22 minutes in, rambling. But yeah, it's just been a crazy week. Oh, and by the way, happy Father's Day for those who are fathers around the world. I just had celebrated my brother and my dad's Father's Day. Went out for dinner, Yangtze restaurant in Chinatown, which reminds me that they've sold their company. They sold the restaurant. Like I grew up there, folks. You know, like I was. Since I was a toddler, I was born and raised in Ottawa. So when I was growing up, like Yangtze was the place for me, going for dim sum, going for dinner. So it's quite a chapter closing to see it go. I'm not sure when they're officially closed or whether they're going to hand it off the business to another individual. I don't know what the details are. But yeah, it is what they say. It's like, you know, all good things must come to an end or nothing lasts forever. That type of like quote and philosophy, which is true. We just gotta make the best of what we can and push forward. Things will stay the same. Things will change. Who knows? The universe is always changing, never stagnant. That's for sure. Okay, guys, that's it for me. This is the Late Night Channel Eeps, episode 34, or bleh, not 33, 34, signing off. Until tomorrow, have a great evening, have a great afternoon, and have a good morning wherever you are in the world. See you soon. Bye-bye.